So some of the tools we'll be using is our good old Milwaukee power drill, our pliers, Allen wrench, Park tools, knife, some Allen wrenches, measuring tape, and of course our gloves. Came in good shape from FedEx. So judging from the tape, it was pre-inspected before it went out. That's a good thing. Came out from Los Angeles and got to me here in Los Angeles very quickly. Some accessories are a nicely padded fork. Nice padding, good handles on the sides. Another box of accessories there. Big bag. Keep things nice and dry. Okay. Team lift by myself. Hold on. Oh, a little stuck on the box there. Here we go. Boom. My favorite part. Snippy snappy. How many of you guys recycle the zip ties? Come on, admit it. Here we have everything that comes in the box. Forks, foot pump, fenders, manual, nice inverted forks, the through axle, clamp on style. Pump again, tools. We're going to cheat a little bit though. We're going to use some of our hand tools. Our lights, our pedals, our charger. A beautiful antifreeze green battery and fenders, phone holder, windscreen, display. There goes our front brake. And there we go. That's the complete package. Begin assembly. We're going to start on the fork. The box will include a very simple diagram on how the headset should be set up. This seems to confuse a lot of users, so we're going to show you, make sure you have the right pieces on the bottom and the right pieces on the top. Okay, so to begin with, we've already pre-loosened these up a little bit. You have 1, 2, 3 Allen bolts that you may need to loosen up to get this off. This is known as a crown. Again, 3 bolts. Okay, on the headset, these are the top spacers that will go over and under the stem. Top sealed, dust sealed to keep everything out. And this is the most important part. See this funnel spacer? This goes on top of the headset, pressing down on the top bearings up here. Do not leave it at the bottom the way it comes, because it'll jam up your bearings. Anytime you're sticking your fingers through any of these tubes, anywhere, threading things on, that's the time to put on some better gloves. I know I had the latex gloves on before, but now it's time for my fast time motocross gloves. These will protect my fingers. Can't tell you how many times I've cut my fingers doing this without gloves, so I've learned my lesson. So this you could pretty much do single-handedly without needing help. When it comes to the wheel, you may need some help, and I'll show you that in a second. So you're going to lift the frame. Okay, we had to cheat things a little bit. I did need a little bit of assistance from my cameraman to help me line this up, but once it's lined up, you start to punch in, squeeze through the axle. It's going to fight you at first because everything inside the hub, all the spacers, everything's trying to line up. There you go. Alrighty. You've got the lock nut here, which I would say put it gently in there. It may require taking it out again. What you want to do at this point now is start to gently thread in the axle, very gently. You don't want to cross thread it, and you can feel it when it catches. Like the stem, not all the way. You want to try to do these even, right, before you start going Gorilla on it. That's Gorilla. That's Gorilla. And now the other side. Same deal. Kind of finger tight at first. The old Milwaukee lets me feather it nicely like a throttle. There. And now tighten. And tighten. This fun part. Getting on that front brake caliper. Gonna loosen this up. Here's your 4-piston S4 brake. Nice 4-pot system. That should really grab nicely there. There is one longer bolt. The longer one goes on the sections with more meat. You squeeze the lever. Make the brake clamp on while it's loose, because that'll tell you where it wants to be. 9 times out of 10, if you do that, when you ride the bike, you won't have any rotor rubbing. Well, that's pretty good. See, that worked. This simply holds your brake housing in place. So now we're gonna put on the display. You wanna flip it over. You want to loosen these Allen bolts. They're really tiny, so be careful. Sorry. Kicking forward this way. That way when it angles up, the rider can see it. Once you have it in place here, you want to even it out with the stem. And then grab your little Allen bolts. Before it gets too tight, you just want to angle this so the rider can see it. Double check that you're even over here. Get final tightening. Then we are going to do the same deal with the little Allen for this switch, which is basically how you turn on the bike and how you set the pedal assist. Because there are notches that are going through grooves in the bottom here. You want it to catch, and then you want to pull it back. One thing I did not put on initially, but I just slapped on, is the windscreen fly screen, which attaches right to the headlight clamps, as you can see here. We're going to show you how to set some of the display options. First, turn on the bike. Then press the up-down buttons for your pass selection on the right. I suggest first going to P4, that's the menu name. Once you're there, you're going to hit the side top button. And that's going to allow you to select your wheel size. I suggest 24-inch diameter.